Alright, here's your 1,600-word YouTube article in a smooth, storytelling style without headings, keeping it engaging for viewers while highlighting the Range Rover Evoque's charm, tech, and off-road credibility. The Range Rover Evoque has always been something of a style icon in the automotive world. Since its debut, it's turned heads with its coupe-like silhouette, flush door handles, and unmistakable Land Rover stance. It's sleek, it's urban, and it feels as at home in a luxury shopping district as it does parked outside a five-star resort. But here's the million-dollar question. Under all that glamour, does it still carry the DNA of a true Land Rover? After all, this is a brand built on crossing deserts, climbing mountains, and tackling terrains most SUVs wouldn't dare approach. From the outside, you might think the Evoque's main mission is to own the city streets. The sloping roofline and sculpted panels give it a distinctly fashion-forward appearance, and with its array of premium paints and black contrast roof options, it's as much a statement piece as it is a mode of transport. Step inside, and that first impression only deepens. The cabin is a showcase of modern luxury, blending sustainable premium materials with traditional craftsmanship. The textures are rich, the lines are clean, and the technology is seamlessly integrated. You've got the latest PIBI Pro infotainment system displayed on a crisp curved glass screen, a fully digital driver display, wireless smartphone integration, and enough USB ports to keep everyone's devices charged. Everything about the interior feels like it's designed to make you feel cocooned, comfortable, and in control. But here's where the Evoque begins to surprise people. While most compact luxury SUVs prioritize pavement performance, the Evoque doesn't shy away from its heritage. Beneath its stylish exterior lies the hardware and software to back up the Land Rover badge on its grille. It's built on a robust platform with standard all-wheel drive, and depending on the model, you can get adaptive dynamics that constantly monitor the road and adjust the suspension for optimum comfort and stability. Land Rover's Terrain Response 2 system comes into play here too, automatically adjusting the Evoque's settings to match the surface beneath you, whether that's tarmac, gravel, sand, mud, or even snow. To see how much of that legendary off-road ability remains, we took the Evoque into a situation it doesn't often find itself in, a speed bump test that could humble less capable SUVs. Now, we're not talking about your regular, barely noticeable neighborhood speed bumps. This was the mother of all speed bumps, steep, high, and designed to test suspension travel, ground clearance, and approach angles in one hit. For most city-focused crossovers, this would be a slow crawl at best, with scraping noises and passenger discomfort almost guaranteed. But the Evoque, well, it just took it in stride. Approaching the obstacle, the all-wheel drive system was already active, shuffling torque to where it was needed. The Evoque's generous ground clearance meant there was no need to second-guess the approach speed, and the suspension absorbed the initial climb like it was a gentle incline rather than a vertical challenge. As the front wheels crested and the rear wheels began the climb, you could feel the chassis staying remarkably composed, with none of the unsettling rocking that often accompanies such maneuvers. In fact, the cabin remained so calm that a coffee cup sitting in the center console barely rippled. That's a combination of excellent suspension geometry, careful damping, and a structure designed to resist flex. The real magic, though, is how invisible the off-road technology feels. You're not fiddling with a dozen buttons, guessing which setting you need. Terrain Response 2 quietly manages it all in the background, adjusting throttle response, gear shifts, and traction control parameters to maintain grip and control. It's almost like having a professional off-road instructor built into the car's brain. And this wasn't a one-off party trick. The Evoque is equipped to handle far more than just oversized urban obstacles. Thanks to its off-road underpinnings, it boasts an impressive wading depth of up to 600 millimeters. That means if you encounter a flooded street after a heavy rain or a stream on a weekend getaway, you can cross it with confidence while others are turning back. The all-wheel drive system is bolstered by an active driveline that can disconnect the rear wheels during steady cruising to improve efficiency, then instantly re-engage them when conditions demand more grip. This gives you the best of both worlds, refined, economical city driving and ready for anything capability. Driving the Evoque on normal roads is equally impressive. The steering is precise without feeling twitchy, the brakes are reassuringly strong, and the cabin insulation keeps wind and road noise to a whisper, even at highway speeds. If you opt for the mild hybrid version, you also get smoother stop-start operation and a little extra torque when pulling away from a standstill. The petrol and diesel engines on offer deliver a good balance between performance and fuel economy, but there's also a plug-in hybrid model for those who want to take advantage of electric-only city driving while still having the range for longer trips. When you push the Evoque a bit harder through winding roads, it shows off its car-like handling. The center of gravity is relatively low for an SUV, and with adaptive dynamics, the suspension can stiffen slightly to reduce body roll without compromising comfort. You can sense that Land Rover tuned it not just for off-road prowess but for enjoyable on-road agility too. It's a delicate balance, and they've nailed it. The visibility from the driver's seat is good for a compact SUV, although the rear window is a bit narrow due to that stylish roofline. Thankfully, the 360-degree camera system and clear-sight rear-view mirror more than make up for it. These systems give you a crystal-clear view around the vehicle, which is particularly handy when parking in tight city spots or maneuvering through narrow off-road trails. Living with the Evoque day-to-day is easy. The rear seats offer enough space for adults on longer journeys, and the boot is well-shaped for luggage, groceries, or gear for a weekend trip. The rear seats can fold flat to expand the cargo area, and the powered tailgate adds convenience when your hands are full. Even small touches, like hidden storage under the center armrest and deep door pockets, make it more practical than its glamorous looks suggest. Of course, no discussion about the Evoque would be complete without talking about the brand's commitment to sustainability. In recent years, Land Rover has incorporated more recycled and responsibly sourced materials into its interiors. For example, you can choose a premium wool blend or a eucalyptus fiber textile instead of traditional leather, giving you a luxury feel with a smaller environmental footprint. Combined with hybrid powertrains and ongoing efficiency improvements, it's clear the Evoque is evolving with the times without losing its core identity. And that's what really sets the Evoque apart in the crowded compact luxury SUV segment. Many rivals focus entirely on comfort and style, sacrificing all-terrain ability because they assume their customers will never use it. The Evoque, on the other hand, manages to be just as luxurious and fashionable while keeping the soul of a Land Rover intact. Whether you're navigating crowded city streets, gliding over a massive speed bump without breaking stride, or tackling a muddy trail to reach a remote cabin, it feels equally at home. Driving it leaves you with a certain confidence. You know that if plans change and your smooth highway trip turns into a trek over unpaved roads, you don't need to worry about whether your car can handle it. That peace of mind, combined with the comfort, technology, and elegance of the Evoque, is what makes it such a compelling package. So, is the Range Rover Evoque just a city showpiece? Absolutely not. It's proof that you can have both style and substance, that you can enjoy the height of modern automotive luxury without giving up the capability that made Land Rover a legend in the first place. It's for those who want their daily drive to feel special, but also want to know they can head off the beaten path when the opportunity arises. In a world where SUVs are becoming more about image than ability, the Evoque quietly holds its ground as a genuine all-rounder. It's the car you take to a business meeting downtown on Friday and then to a countryside escape on Saturday, without changing anything but your shoes. And when that massive, intimidating speed bump, or any other obstacle, shows up in your path, you won't slow down in fear. You'll just smile, because you know the Evoque's got it covered. If you want, I can also make you a YouTube-optimized voiceover script version of this so it flows perfectly when read aloud. That would make the video feel more engaging. Do you want me to do that next?